Why do some people struggle financially despite having a good salary, while others with less income manage to save and invest? The answer lies in one thing: good financial habits. Today, we're diving into 7 mistakes that are draining your budget, and that Warren Buffett advises you to avoid. But here's the catch: the last one is the most important, and it might just change the way you think about money. Stick around until the end so you don't miss it. Before you start, remember to subscribe and activate the bell to receive concrete, effective financial advice every week. It's totally free, and it just might change your life. Mistake 1: Impulse buying. Picture this: you walk into a store and spot the latest gadget. You buy it on a whim, but 2 weeks later, it's collecting dust. Sound familiar? That's money wasted on temporary pleasure. Buffett suggests applying the 24-hour rule: before making a non-essential purchase, wait a day. You'll be surprised how many things you decide not to buy. Take Julie, for example. One day, she walks past a store and sees a stunning pair of shoes. Without thinking, she buys them, but when she gets home, she realizes she already owns 3 similar pairs. Had she followed the 24-hour rule, she could have avoided that unnecessary expense. Mistake 2: Luxury products. Let's compare Thomas and Lucas. Thomas earns $80,000 a year but spends it all on designer clothes and expensive watches. Lucas, on the other hand, earns $50,000 but buys simple clothes and invests the rest. Guess who will be richer in 10 years? Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest men in the world, lives modestly and spends just a few $100s a year on clothes. Why? Because brand names don't determine your value. Many people fall into the trap of trying to impress others with luxury purchases. But in reality, what matters most is how you manage your money over the long term. Mistake 3: High-interest debt. Imagine buying a $1,000 TV on your credit card with a 20% interest rate. If you only make minimum payments, you'll end up paying over $2,000 for it. Banks make money off people who live beyond their means. Buffett's golden rule: if you can't afford to pay for it in cash, you can't afford it. Take David, for instance. He takes out a loan to buy a luxury car. Between monthly payments and interest, he ends up paying nearly double the original price. If he had saved up and bought a more affordable car, he could have invested the difference and grown his wealth instead. Mistake 4: Oversized housing. Mark dreamed of owning a huge house, so he bought a mansion way beyond his means. The problem? He didn't factor in the maintenance costs, taxes, and high utility bills. Now, he's struggling to keep up with mortgage payments. Meanwhile, Warren Buffett still lives in the house he bought in 1958 for $31,500. A bigger home often means unnecessary expenses. Many people think that owning a large house is a sign of success. But in reality, an oversized home can become a financial trap. It's better to have a home that fits your needs and budget. Mistake 5: Unused subscriptions. Netflix, Spotify, gym memberships, premium apps, these small monthly charges seem harmless, but they add up to hundreds of dollars a year. Try this: review all your subscriptions and cancel the ones you don't use. You might be shocked at how much you save. Take Sophie, for example. One day, she checks her expenses and realizes she's paying over $50 a month for services she barely uses. By canceling them, she saves $600 a year, which she reinvests wisely. Mistake 6: Daily food expenses. A $4 coffee every day. Seems cheap, right? But over a year, that's nearly $1,500. Add in takeout meals and snacks, and the total skyrockets. Buffett often says small savings add up to big wealth. Why not brew your coffee at home and invest the difference? Imagine Alex. He buys takeout lunch every day. By switching to homemade meals, he saves $200 a month. Over a year, that's $2,400, money he can now invest in his future. Mistake 7, gambling, the costliest mistake. Take Paul, for example. He spends $200 a month on sports betting. After 10 years, he's lost $24,000, for nothing. If he had invested that money with an 8% return, he'd have over $37,000 instead. Buffett reminds us that casinos are designed for the house to win. Instead of gambling, invest your money wisely. Gambling gives the illusion of easy money. But in reality, it's a trap that drains millions of people financially each year. If you truly want to grow your wealth, invest smartly instead of taking chances. Bad spending habits are like leaks in a boat, the more there are, the faster it sinks. By applying these tips, you can not only save money but also invest wisely and build lasting wealth. Which mistake do you find the hardest to avoid? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. See you soon for more financial tips.